A very good morning, everyone. Today we'll be going through the last part of our unit 5th and the last part of our farm financial records, that is the cash flow statement. It is the fourth financial record. Cash flow statement is also called as a cash flow budget. Cash flow statement, what does it mean? A cash flow budget consists of cash coming in and leaving the farm. Okay, cash coming in is termed as a positive, leaving is termed as a negative. Cash inflows, where does the cash comes in from? Cash comes in from operation, that means the crops we are producing, by selling those crops, by selling our capital assets, that means the machinery we have, okay, the tools we have, we can sell them, the cash can come from there also. By selling seed as far part of cash flow operation, by selling livestock products, milk, butter, or let's say what do we call it as buttermilk, these kind of things. We can earn money, a farmer does earn money by selling these outputs. Okay, uh, also non-farm sources of income which should be included if they are used to pay farm bills. If a farmer is earning, let's say, 10,000 rupees a month from the other farm operations, and if he is using that money to pay for seed, fertilizers, anything else, irrigation charges, labor, then we should include that income into our cash inflows. Otherwise, not. New borrowings. Let's say we have got a new KCC loan, crop production loan, or any other term loan. We should include that as cash inflow. Cash outflow. Where does the cash go in the coming year? Where will it go? Operations, we will be paying for buying inputs, we will be paying for buying assets, machineries, tools, we will be paying for buying, can say, renting them, hiring them. Non-farm outflows of cash including family living expenditure, you are going out somewhere with your family, you are taking the using the money earned on the farm for buying clothes, can say, taking care of the family needs, so that will also be considered as a cash outflow. Debt service. Debt servicing means when you are paying loan payments on time, it means you are servicing your debt. Okay, you're acting according to the repayment plan. This is what debt servicing means. When you're paying loan installment, this is called as debt servicing. So some of your money does go for paying interest as well as principal amount of the loan you have taken. Okay, simply means you're paying installments. Okay, a part of installment is interest. If you will be checking any of the loan passbook, a part of it is interest and a part of it is principal. Okay, so this is cash inflow, where the cash comes in from. This is where the cash goes, and the remaining is net cash flow. It should always be, it should be positive or at least zero. It should not be negative for a complete year. Complete year. It can be positive or negative for months, several quarters. Okay, but it should not be negative for a complete year. This cash flow budget is made in advance for the coming year. Okay, it can be made for any interval. It can be made monthly, quarterly, or 6 monthly, or can say biannually. It depends on our needs and requirements. There, what is the usefulness of a cash flow budget? As I said, it is prepared in advance for the coming year. When we are preparing in advance, we have to think where the money will come from and where the money will leave. Where the money will come from by the sale of crop produce. Then we'll have to find out what will be the expected prices. That means we'll be talking to people nearby, we'll be going for searching for reports, we'll be finding out things. That means the experience of the farmer will increase. Comes from milk, eggs. We'll be finding out the details of the expected prices, the prices to be in the future, and if these expected prices are not good enough for us, then certainly it gives us a chance to change our crops, okay, or our cropping pattern. So this is the advantage. Where the money will go, that means again we'll have to find out the expected cost of inputs that we'll be buying in. We'll be looking for how much labor we will be required according to our cropping pattern. Where will it come from? What will be the prices? So there are a lot of things a farmer will have to think before making a cash flow budget, because it needs a lot of information. So he'll have to work a lot. Farmer is forced to plan. He is forced to find out the prices of inputs and outputs. Okay, and by finding those things, he'll be getting to know many other things which might be useful for him to change according to the requirements. Buying a machinery. Let's say I need to buy a machinery in the coming year, and I have a cash flow budget in my hand. So I will be having an information at which part of the year, which month I'll be having surplus money, or can say positive cash flow. Which month I'll be having positive cash flow, in that month I should be going for buying that machinery. Okay, and if I know that I'll be having surplus cash flow in the February month, I can already apply for loan, let's say 2 months in advance, or I can negotiate, I can look for different deals, offers. Alright, so it opens up a lot of opportunities. When we will be having cash surplus, and where can we use it? It gives us an idea. It helps us to plan our expenditures. Planning for our credit needs and repayment plans. Actually, the same thing. Credit needs for buying machinery or some other credit needs, and how should we be setting our repayment plans. And let's say we are going to pay 6 months installments biannually, every 6 months. So if we are having positive cash flow in Feb and in August, then we should be setting our repayment plan in such a way that first installment will be paying in February and second installment in August. Okay, so it will be easy for us because we are having surplus cash. Let's say if we somehow the repayment plan is entering into months where we are having negative cash flows already, so it will be difficult for us to pay for those pay for those loans or pay those installments. Let's learn it by an example. This is the link I have shown on the drive, but I'll open up an Excel file here. For yourself also, I'll be posting this link in the description, so you can get to that file and understand more if you want to understand more. So this is the Excel file here. As you can see, first part is cash inflows and second part is cash outflows, and eventually the third part is final net cash flows. Okay, as you can see, we have made it monthly, 12 months, and the advance is estimate of the total of the 12 months is given here, but not in the end. Okay, so cash inflows will be coming from three places: farm operations, capital asset sales, that means machinery and livestock sales, real estate sales, non-farm sources. So let's see, I have put in some figures here. Grain sales, will be selling grain, milk for 6,50,000 rupees and 4 lakh rupees. We will be selling feed in the coming year for 1,25,000 rupees. I have not put the values here in monthly sections because it would have been a little confusing. This 1,25,000 might come from 5,000 here, 25,000 here, 40,000 here, 50,000 here. Okay, so this is how it will be. Crop insurance payment, let's say I have to pay for crop insurance 50,000 here in just 1 month. Alright, so the total will be 50,000. Rental or lease income will be coming to me in April, 25,000. So the total cash inflow from farm operations is 12,50,000. Now let's see from capital asset sales. I'll be selling machinery and equipment worth 2 lakh rupees, 1 lakh here in April month and 1 lakh in September month. Okay, so total is 2 lakh rupees. I will not be making any other sales, so the total cash flow from capital asset sales will be 2 lakh rupees. Now, non-farm sources, I have included them because I will be using them for payment of agricultural operations. Of farm wages, 5,000 I have earned in which month? February. Okay, and interest and dividends, let's say 5,000 I have earned in March. And then comes business investment, 5,000 rupees. I have, as a farmer, I have invested some money in other businesses also, some little businesses. Interest and dividends, I have made some investments in a bank or in any PAC where I am getting return from. Okay, so this comes out to be 15,000 rupees. All right. Then comes total net cash inflow. Total cash inflow will be 12,000, 12 lakh 50,000. Let me mark it again for you. Plus 2 lakhs plus 15,000. It is 14 lakh 65,000 total cash inflow for the year 2019-20, let's say. Now, where the money will go? Herein, I have put in a lot of values for different farm operations where the money is going to be spent in different months. Okay, car and truck expenses, agrochemicals, custom heifer raising expenses. Heifer is a uh, livestock kept for breeding purposes, custom hire, machine work, labor charges, feed charges, fertilizer, freight, that means transportation charges, gasoline, oil, fuel, that is petrol, oil and lubricant, POL charges, farm insurance premium that I have to pay. See, these crop insurance payments, that means last year I had some drought or other kind of a problem, that's why I am getting my indemnity, that is compensation for loss by from the insurance company. This insurance payment is insurance premium is that I am going to insure my crops again. See, every month I am paying 2,167 rupees. All right, let's see how much I paid for gasoline, oil and fuel and oil. 37,500 rupees. Similarly, there are some other uh, operations where I have to spend money on rent or lease of vehicles, hiring machinery, rent or lease of others, land, animals, say renting in land or leasing in land, repair and maintenance charges, seeds and plants, storage, warehousing, taxes or revenue I have to pay to the government, veterinary fees and medicine, breeding fees if I am taking my buffaloes or to a breeder, marketing cost or brokerage fees of the crop I am going to sell in the market. There might be some brokerage fees, irrigation charges. So the total outflow from farm operations will be 8,56,000 rupees. Okay, this should have been mentioned here, but really very sorry for not mentioning it here. Capital asset purchases. The money can go to go in for purchasing capital assets, machineries and implements, but this year I'm not going to purchase any kind of machinery, so it will be 0. All right, non-farm purposes, I am using the money generated on the farm for, let's say, 8,500 for family living withdrawal. Some I need to buy clothes for my family, some other things, income tax and social security. Let's say I bought a LIC for my daughter or for my wife or for my son. I am paying for that also. So total outflow for non-farm purposes 13,500. Total cash outflow is 8 lakh 56,000 plus 13,500. I have just rounded it off to 8 lakh 71,000. Okay. Now net borrowings is another section here. Net borrowings includes new borrowings, that means the money I got, and payments, that means the money I have to pay to people. New borrowing, I am taking a KCC loan for 2 lakh this year in the month of, let's say, May, and I have to pay its interest in the month of August or say December for 2 lakh rupees, and I don't have any other payments right now. Payment this year, new operating loan. Okay, payment of new term loan, I don't have any such thing. So total cash flow from new borrowings. Okay, this much will be coming in, this much will be going out. So 1,92,000 is the total right now. Final cash flow position. What will be the final cash flow position? Let's calculate. 14,65,000 came in. If I 14,65,000 came in, minus how much went out? 8,71,000. 8,71,000. How much is it? Sorry, 5,94,000 plus 1,92,000. 7,86,000. This is the final cash flow position. This is the annual cash flow position, and these are the monthly position. Okay, in the month of January, positive cash flow, negative cash flow, positive, positive, negative, positive, positive, negative. So see, by these figures will tell us how much cash I will be having in which month and the end of which month. So I am having a lot of money here. Okay, and I am having negative cash flow in these red months. So I am not supposed to set my repayment plan according to these months. I have to take care of this thing. I am having a lot of positive cash flow in these months. If I want to buy a machinery, I should plan for buying machinery in these 3 months. Okay, or in this month, so that I can prepare for credit in advance. For I can go for, can say, credit needs, or by making any deal with the seller. These kind of usefulnesses are there for the cash flow budget. It tells us how much money comes in, when it will come, how much money goes out, when it will go out, when it will go out, when and how much. Cash inflow, when and how much. Net cash flow, when and how much. In the preparation alone, we get a lot of knowledge. And after the preparation, we get to plan for credit needs, we get to plan for our expenditure. So this is the whole usefulness of cash flow statement or cash flow budget. Thank you very much everyone. This was all about unit 5, that was farm records. Now I'll be meeting you in the unit 6. Thank you.